This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Florida Atlantic Owls taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Trying to find his man on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll bring it out. It's Bland. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Past the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offense.
He's loose, and he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick completion on the out. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 flash. South Alabama handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Mobile, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The give on 4th down. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
How's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooner. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Smashes through. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he could not get loose on the run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's got it down the middle. The Owls will move the sticks. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Peters. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him. Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to keep moving. Stumbled to the ground. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Peters. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives them a 1st down. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the right hash, this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It is good! And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Louisiana Tech was able to cap off a close one in Ruston with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Toss sweep to the left. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st
so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They'll try the run. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Makes one man miss. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
defensively. And are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You're down. Obviously, in the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Off play action. Quickly complete. Smashes ahead. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. Touchdown Sooners. They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Pulls it in. It's Terrell.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Back to throw, it's Peters. Feeling, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they have a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Oh, they're not get free. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibbs. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And this one will be gained.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking left. It's caught. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
Buying some time. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Dropping back, it's Peters. He's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Coming after it. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man enough for the first. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
With the run on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Finally running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. App State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Mountaineers in a statement win if there ever was one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Complete to start this drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Now he's going to break the pocket. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. And he'll be brought down.
It's so difficult when the QB gets outside the pocket because now it's not the first play anymore. It's the second play that hurts you. Once you see him and he starts to scramble, now receivers know they got to make the second effort. If they're on the sidelines, now they turn up the field. If they're running across the field from the other direction, they got to come back towards their quarterback. So it's not the first play anymore. It's the scramble play now.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You know you have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the first down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Just ran over it. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. You get tackled in bounds, the clock keeps ticking.
They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Lowers those pads. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Sooner offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. Oh, what a cut! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's McIntyre. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down. Could not have played that better.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You know, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. Did you see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
Throws to the wideout. Finds his man, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Pressure coming. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Caught close to the marker, it's McIntyre. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Give to the fullback. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll line up to go for two. Looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking for an open area to his left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A handoff, keep working on that clock.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
The inside handoff. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Looking to pass, it's Peters. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The official says no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.